So Martin, what have you made of Iceland's journey in the Euros so far?
Well, two things really. One, huge respect for what they've done, but also I feel that they're being patronised a little bit because people oh, little Iceland, it's fantastic. Well, you look where the players have played or are playing, and they're proper players. And we see Gylfi Sigurdsson play every week. You know, we know he's as good a player as anybody, any other country would get in the squads of other countries, of bigger countries. So, yeah, it's terrific, and it's nice to see from the 2011 under-21 team where I was covering the tournament in Denmark that a number of those players have come through, and I think that's helped. If you have a group that go through together, that will be the challenge now to when these players have run their course to see what's coming underneath to keep the nation where they are now.
I remember meeting you in Denmark 2011. Could you imagine that that team could go so far?
Yes, I think so, because you nearly got to the World Cup final. So, you know, that was a great effort in 2014, would have been the 2014 World Cup. So I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm full of admiration for all Scandinavian football. I don't know whether Iceland counts as Scandinavia. There's a big debate in the UK whether it is, but you know what I'm saying, from the northern nations. You know, the players are always very disciplined, they're very hard-working. And if you've got that, and you've got good coaching, and a desire to be proud of what your country stands for, you're quite a long way down the road.
Do people in England recognize this, what Iceland is achieving?
Yeah, England, they love the underdog, you know, and with other countries like Northern Ireland, of course, is a very small country as well, but much bigger than Iceland. And I think that's one of the nice things about the tournament, you know, it's shown that the 24 base, the 2014 base can work. Nobody's been really beaten badly. Everybody's come and competed, and when you think of some of the countries that aren't here, maybe we could get to 32 and then we'd have a lot easier trying to work out who gets in the last 16 than the situation now.
Lars Lagerbäck is obviously the coach of Iceland. He has a reputation. What do you make of him as a coach?
Well, I've watched his work in other jobs as well, and he's very organised, very calm. I think the Swedes, Roy Hodgson's here as the head coach of England, as you know, but he went to Sweden in the late 1970s with a guy called Bobby Houghton, and they brought 4-4-2 to Sweden, and Sweden's still playing pretty much the same sort of thing, and obviously with the Swedish influence on Icelandic football, it's not a surprise to see something similar either. And if you work really hard at it, the players all know their jobs. And I think that's the key. I mean, plus desire. You have to have desire, and that's in England. We all know how much it means to the Icelandic people, how much it means to the Icelandic players. So it's part of the love of sport, and whatever happens for this, we were talking before the last game against Austria, whatever happens, Iceland could be very proud of what's been achieved in this tournament. But I hope we're having another chat before another game, and maybe, who knows, a game against England.
Yeah, what's your prediction for today?
I don't know. It's been a really tight group. I think it's very hard. I'm better at describing the matches than predicting them. But it was 1-1 when Iceland met Austria, wasn't it, a couple of years ago in Austria. I wouldn't be surprised for me if it was a draw again, which would be very bad news for Austria and very good news for Iceland.